Morning. How's everybody doing today? All right. Today, I'm going to do another mix breakdown of my main man, Mr. Pat Smillie. The song is called Broke Down Chevy number 2, which is on the album that is called Last Chance, that will drop to the world on every streaming platform, every downloading platform in the world on April 24th. I think I better get a coffee while I play this one. This one features legendary guitarist Jimmy McCarty, Detroit native Jimmy McCarty, who was in such groups as Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, Cactus, the Rockets, the Detroit Blues Band, Mystery Train. Without further ado, let's get after it. Broke Down Chevy. I'm going to go get a coffee. I'll play the whole song and then I'll break it down. Check it out. Great song by Pat Smillie, recorded here at the Sound Shop studio with the A-Team. Oh, I'm not trying to record, I'm trying to play. Good morning. Be right back.
I used to live my life in the fast lane, spending morning just like it was rain. Mr. Repeat offender, Mr. Fender Bender, I was a low down dirty shame. Don't talk She loved me like a Cadillac. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac.
Right now, I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac. I like it. Man, make sure you buy this album when it comes out. You can go to patsmiley.com and order your copy. Do it. Do it now. I think it's out now. I think he has some copies. So even though it hasn't dropped to all the platforms on the web, you can order your copy right from Pat at patsmiley.com. Go there. Check it out. Yeah, this was a lot of fun to to work on this album with Pat. The whole collection is out of sight. Every song is killer. Pat came in here with some great ideas, and him and I sat here in this room. And as Pat would share his lyrics and his melody ideas with me, I would pick up the guitar and kind of figure out what he was trying to do, and talk about the direction of the song and how we wanted it to turn out. And with this one's more of a rocker, kind of a greasy rock and blues, sort of a ZZ Top vibe. It's got that slanky, gritty, nasty to it, which is really cool. Anyway, yeah. So it was it's got a bunch of great musicians on it. Like I mentioned before, we got a special guest, Jim McCarty, on guitar on this one. And there's some of those licks that he plays, as soon as I hear it, I know it's him. He definitely has a unique, distinct approach to what he does, for sure. And it's a lot of fun having him here at the studio because he's been on so many great recordings. And he's a Detroit legend. There's no doubt in my mind. But anyway, Pat would come here, and we'd sit down with a song idea. I'd pick up the guitar. We'd flesh it out. And make a nice arrangement of how we thought the order of everything should go. And Pat and I worked together on it from start to finish, from the conception of the song, of how it was going to go, until the very last mix was done. Pat and I sat right here and worked on it together, and it was a lot of fun. And Pat, I know you've been feeling a little under the weather, buddy, and I'm wishing you a speedy recovery. And I hope you're feeling better. This COVID thing that's ran rampant through our whole music scene here in Detroit has been ridiculous. Just a lot of, it's horrible. It's horrible what's been happening. But yeah, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. And I was looking forward to doing one of these breakdowns on one of your songs. All right, well, without further ado, let's get after it. As usual, on the drums, my man, Mr. Todd Glass. Yeah, So what do we got going on here? Nice cadence. Very nice cadence. Oh. Got one there that wasn't in the drum group. And for good reason, it only happens one time. I see what it is. All right, so we have two mics on the kick drum. Here's the inside kick drum. Clicky, but boomy. Here's the outside kick drum mic. More boomy than clicky. Yeah. So together they give a boom and a click. How about a snare top? Yeah, that's the snare top right there. Snare bottom. Kind of rattly. Mic underneath the snare drum. Let's hear the overheads. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a little reverb on the kit. I just put it right on the drum bus. So what a drum bus is you take all these purple tracks that are drum mics, and they all go to a send called drum bus. So they all end up right here on this green one. So I can turn them on and off with one button, and I can also send them to this guy, which I have a little bit of tape distortion on the whole drum set. Let's hear what it sounds like without the tape distortion. See if it does something here. Turn it off. Yeah, it's subtle. Turn it back on. It's just a little thicker, a little angrier. I've got a little EQ on the whole overall drum set, taking out a little bit of the low mids. Got a little compressor. Let's see what it's doing when he's working. Just kind of flickering. Couple dBs of gain reduction. Kind of holding the drum set in check. Holding it in place. Dynamic wise. What a compressor does is it takes the loudest thing that was played and the quietest thing that was played, and it kind of squeezes them together. So the dynamic range is a smaller area instead of a great big area. And that way, once you smash them together a little bit, you can turn them up together at the same. That way you can really hear the little subtleties that are happening, and then the really loud stuff isn't quite as loud. So that's what a compressor does. In short, it also does other things like add color, add distortion. It adds a little bit of motion. It can kind of make the song groove a little bit when the compressor clamps down and then releases. You know, when it attacks and then releases, it can kind of add a little bit of motion in the ocean. All right, so that's Todd Glass on the drums doing what he does, right? We got a shaker on here. What's this? Where's the shaker at? Let me see if I can find it. Yep. Just adding a little sizzle on top, right? Looks like it kind of gets louder later. Let's see what this is. Oh, we got a shaker and a tambourine on the same track. That's hilarious. So we're going to shake and tambourine. I don't recall if this is Todd or me. I'm not really sure who played the shaker tambourine. It kind of feels like me, but I can't be for sure. All right, and the bass. This is Chris Smith on the bass. It's got a nice growly tone, doesn't it, right there? I'm using this tape machine plug-in to get a little distortion. Let's hear it without it. A little cleaner, a little quieter, less personality. Put this on it, and it starts to growl and gets beefy and fat. Yep. Then I EQ'd it a little bit. I cut out some stuff to get out of the way of the kick drum mainly, most likely. Let's hear it with the drums, right? Very nice. You know what? Let's hear the drums without the reverb. Wow. Pretty dry, right? Which I love. Bring the reverb back. Just makes it sound like it's in a room. You know? Makes it sound like it's in a room. Let's see, what drum verb am I using? I'm using this guy right here. H verb, it's called. It's got a short decay of a second, 0.27. It's just like a room sound, basically. All right, so we got a guitar part here. Johnny Rhodes. So this is a doubled guitar. So he actually played a part that's pretty similar twice. So here's part one. Here's with part two. So we got a little bit happening with these guitars. Let's see, we got a little EQ dip there at 800, but there's this imager here that kind of spreads things out a little bit. Here, let's turn that off, and I'll play it, and then I'll turn it back on. Probably won't hear this unless you're listening on headphones or on really good speakers. Just kind of pushes it out wider. I think it has something to do with phase, where it kind of cancels everything out in the middle and kind of pushes it out wider, or its perceived wideness. Now, this is one of my favorite plugins to use. This thing is nasty. It's called the THC. That's hilarious, but that's what it's called. Total Harmonic Corruption, I believe is what it's called. And this thing is just gives it so much edge. I use this thing on guitars, bass, all kinds of stuff. But let me turn this off and let you hear the guitars. A little darker, not so much edge. This was plug in here. It gives it a little extra grit. Right? Very cool. Very cool. So that's Johnny. Johnny Rhodes on guitar. He's the best. My favorite guitar player. All right, then we got Evan Mercer on the keys. He's playing a Fender Rhodes, but this one doesn't sound like any Fender Rhodes I ever heard. Check it out. It almost sounds like an organ or something because of the fuzz wah that I added here. Let's turn the fuzz wah off and hear it. Now it sounds more like a Fender Rhodes. An out of phase Fender Rhodes, which is a little trick I like to do to make it wider. Flip the phase on one of the sides. I've got a direct input, a DI signal from the Rhodes, and I also have a microphone recording an amp with a little light tremolo on it. And then I flip the phase, and it makes it seem wider, to me anyway. It gets it out of the middle. I like to leave the middle. When I say the middle, I mean kind of in the middle. It's perceived middle, isn't it? It's when there's an even amount going to both speakers, and it's the same. It feels like it's in the middle, as opposed to panning it right or left. But here's where the magic happens, is this thing right here, this fuzz wah. It's a free plugin, comes with Pro Tools. It's got some fuzz and it's got some wah on it. and it makes the sound go from this to this. That's nasty. It just seemed like the right thing to compliment with these guitars. That's nasty, ain't it? All right, let's see. Let's check out McCarty's hot licks here on the solo. That's the gym lick right there. Yep, there he is, Jim McCarty. So I've got a microphone that's right up next to the amp. And it sounds like this. And then I've got a room mic. It sounds like this. It's subtle, but it gives it a little sense of space with that room mic. You know. I do have a little bit of reverb on the guitar sound as well. Let me turn the reverb off, see what that sounds like. Bring the reverb back. Yeah, this tone is cool, man. It's like it's darker and it's nastier. It doesn't really have that real bright shininess to it, which I didn't think this song it needed a bright shininess to it. So that's the cool thing about audio is, you know, it's very is it objective? No, it's subjective. Whatever, you know what I mean. It's you can decide and do it the way you want to do it. Leave a comment and tell me what it's supposed to be there. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I like it when you guys comment on these videos. It gives me something to look at when I'm done doing this. I can't see the comments until I'm done doing these because I'm using my phone as a camera to do these mix breakdowns. All right, let's get to Pat Smillie. Let's hear what his voice sounds like.
I used to live my life in the fast lane, spending money just like it was rain. Mr. Repeat Offender, Mr. Fender Bender, I was a low down dirty shame. Don't talk to me about lonesome, 'cause I didn't have no one to scratch my back. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac.
I know that's right. So anyway, let's see what we got. It looks like I got a copy. I made a copy of the original vocal, as I often do. And here's what one of them sounds like by itself.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
It's got like this guy. This is nasty. It just slays it.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Very edgy, right? And then this other one's probably a little more natural sounding.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Right? But together.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Nice. Even the clean one, which is here, I have a tape. What do you call it? A tape head. It's like it makes it sound like you're running through the old school analog tape, sort of. It just gives it distortion. It's a distortion box. But this is a good one. I like to use this one. It has a lot of control. It's got a normal and a medium and a bright switch so that you can select between that and you can drive it and decide how much output you want. It's a pretty cool plugin. So, yep, the Pro Tools world is way too clean. And when you make the kind of music that we like to make, you have to dirty it up a little bit so it doesn't sound like a sterile doctor's office.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Got to give it a little edge, right? So I also have a doubler plugin, which I'm not really sure. Let's see what that's doing. Let's turn it off.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Bring it back.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
I don't know if you can hear that. It's very subtle. It's almost like a chorus, or a flanger or something. It just kind of gives it a little bit of movement. You can feel it, you can more than you can hear it. I mean, I can hear it, but it's very subtle. All right, so that's pretty much what we did. Let's see, and we have a little bit of room on the vocal. Let's see, where's the room? Let me find the room.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Here it is. Let's hear it without it.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Dry as a bone, but sounds good. Here it is with a little bit of room.
I used to live my life in the fast lane.
Very little bit of room. And it's a really short room. It's about a 1.1 second. And I think I EQ'd the room too. Yep, I got rid of all the lows in the reverb. So I EQ'd the reverb that his vocal is going to this reverb send, and I EQ'd the effect. So that way it's not creating a bunch of mud or a bunch of top end. I took the top end off too, so you're only kind of getting that spot where the vocal lives in the reverb. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's hear this little part right here. I know this is something cool.
That's all right here.
That's all right. That's all right.
Man, like a Cadillac.
Yep, so that's Pat. He's got that soulful, gritty Wilson Pickett, Joe Cocker, Delbert McClinton kind of sort of a sound to his voice. The way I hear it anyway. We got some background vocals. Now, these ladies were imported all the way from Chicago. They were in Pat's band when Pat was a resident of the Chicagoland area. And they are unbelievable. They come in here and they just knock it out, man. They are awesome. Tina Howell and I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. The other young lady sings so nice, and I just can't think of her name right now. Oh well. I'm sure you'll put it in the comment, Pat. I'm sure you'll straighten me out. But they're just both tremendous singers and professional, and it doesn't take them any time to come in here and knock it out. They know what they're doing here. Let's hear them by themselves, the ladies.
Repeat offender. Fender bender.
I mean, wow.
Ooh.
Ashley. I just remembered. Sorry, Ashley. Tina and Ashley, they're awesome. All right, let's see.
In need of
I just needed to hear the voices, and then it came to me.
Ooh, best damn thing happened to me.
Yeah. There's not a ton of them on this track, but they're sprinkled in tastefully in just the right spots, and they sound beautiful. Just got a little EQ and a little bit of compression on the girls, and a little bit of the room, same room that was on Pat's vocals. Oh, and I used that imager to kind of spread them out a little bit, make them wide. I like wide background vocals. I don't like them in the middle, in the way of the kick drum, snare drum, lead vocal. I like them to be out to the sides. So that imager really pushes them out. Let's hear it without the imager.
Best thing.
Oops. Just the voices.
Repeat offender.
Let me put the imager on.
Repeat offender.
Yeah, unless you're listening on headphones or really good speakers, you're probably not going to hear that. But that's a pretty cool thing there that they do. So that's pretty much all the tracks that's on this. We've got Todd Glass on drums, Chris Smith on the bass. I think I might have played the shaker. Johnny Rhodes on guitar. Evan Mercer on the Fender Rhodes, the Nasty Rhodes. Jim McCarty on guitar. Pat Smillie singing. And Tina and Ashley on background vocals. It's just a greasy, low-down tune, man, with a good message, It's like, hey, man, I was just a broke-down Chevy. Tell you love me like a Cadillac. Come on now, that's cool. So you can go to patsmiley.com and buy this record now. Do it. Go there and buy it. Share this post. Comment. Drop a comment in this little video and let me know what you think about these little crazy videos that I'm doing. I've been having fun doing this. I'll do it at least once a day. At least I'm going to try. We'll see. And hopefully maybe Pat will let me do he'll let me do what's the ballad on your record, Pat? I love that song, man. The horn parts that Keith came up with are unbelievable. And it's just it's got the soul. So I'd really like to do that one next, if possible, Pat Smillie. Maybe when the album comes out to the world on the 24th of this month. Check me out, soundshopstudio.com. Go there and check out the studio if you want. Give me a call, 248-534-6772. If you'd like to come in here and I can help you bring your songs to life, you can ask Pat about his experience working with me, and maybe he'll explain to you kind of what it's like from another perspective, of working here at the studio with me. Anyway, let's play this jam again in its entirety. Broke Down Chevy number 2. Pat Smillie on the new album. I almost said Lonesome for a long time. On the new album. Last Chance. There it is. Boy, I better drink some more of this coffee.
I used to live my life in the fast lane, spending money just like it was rain. Mr. Repeat Offender, Mr. Fender Bender, I was a low down dirty shame. Don't talk to me about lonesome, 'cause I didn't have no one to scratch my back. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac. That's alright. I had 3 me up and said, brought me on home. See about the best damn thing that ever happened to me. I was a lonely man living alone. Well, now don't talk to me about nothing, 'cause she's the reason that I made it back. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac. I was just a broke down Chevy till she loved me like a Cadillac.
There you have it. Broke Down Chevy number 2 from Pat Smillie on his new album, Last Chance. I'll be all right. I think I skipped a gear or something in my brain. Great tune. Hope you enjoyed it. I do these videos because I like to play stuff that I had fun working on. And I hope that you guys have fun listening to it and checking out some of the videos. Sorry if I get too nerdy and technical sometimes, but I know there are a lot of people that are recording at home these days and are, starting to get into the recording and production end of things. So it could be interesting to some people, not so much to other people. And if you are recording at home and you're struggling to get a good mix that you're happy with, please reach out to me, and I'd love to help you. Maybe give you some tips or maybe some mixing lessons. Maybe just come sit next to me while I mix your song, and you can maybe pick up some things that to help you get the sound that you're looking for. SoundShopStudio.com, Motor City Josh, music producer. My number is 248-534-6772. 248-534-6772. 248-534-6772. Holla at your boy. Let's make it happen, Cap'n. All right. You guys have a good one. Have a great day today. It's Friday. Everything's all right. Everything's going to be all right. Don't you worry about it. All right now.